This week, Tayson, Nate, and 4zr have just won the first trio cash cup of the season, and they did by winning 5 out of their 8 games that they played. The first 4 that they won all in a row, and then they kind of didn't play so well in a game. I think where did they end up placing 25th, and then they came 1st, 6th, and then 18th. So a really incredible run, and not many people have actually been talking about how good this trio really is. Wow, my camera angle changed. So let's take a look at actually some of the gameplay from the tournaments. Now, I would love to have done this like I normally do in replay mode, but the replay files right now are very questionable, and I pretty much can't use them at all. So thank you for Nate, his video put on YouTube. I'm gonna go steal that, download it, and commentate over it. Link will be down below if you want to see the full thing as well. This first thing is something that's super key that they do, and that is just purely the communication skills between this team and how truly amazing they are. They decide to take this fight and just listen to exactly the communications that they use.
Go, holding as well.
Dead, I kill one.
Okay, getting.
Cracked. Dead.
Nice, good shit. I need this pass. We need to box fight the team in front of us.
So instantly you hear Nate, we need to box fight the team in front of us. Okay, there's the decision we've made. This fight is going on.
Yeah, here.
It gets marked by Tayson.
Get on that wall, Nate.
Immediately Tayson says, get on that wall, Nate. And he's already on it, he's already doing that, so they've already got this going round straight away.
Careful, come back.
I'm taking the wall.
Okay, you can hear again, 4zr on the right hand side, I'm taking the wall.
I'm going from the left.
And then you hear Tayson, I'm going from the left. So at this point, the super basic communication skills that they've portrayed are fantastic. They've said the essential things that they need to say at this point. We're gonna box fight. I'm taking this wall. Okay, I'm going around the left. From Nate's POV right now, you can see that he doesn't really know visually where 4zr is. He doesn't know where Tayson is, but because they have communicated it very quickly, they do. The sentences have been short and sharp. Tayson, I'm going around the left. Cool. Instantly, Nate knows where he is. These kind of communication skills are super vital, and it's something that this team does really well throughout the entire. I'm gonna keep going. We'll get a few more examples up as well.
35 2.
Cracked!
You can hear again, 4zr, 35, 2, and then again, you hear Nate, cracked. Like, these are really, obviously these are more common calls, but these are super quick, short, and to the point.
Crack, 1, 3, 7 white, 7 white.
50 white, cracked again.
Just dying to the other team again, bro.
And again, notice one of the more important things there. When they need something that's very important, shouting, that's when the volume elevates. I've mentioned this in my Arkham video as well. They're very calm and collected when they're instructing each other, but when something's important, 50 white, it's louder, it's much more clear. They know that it's more urgent and that they need to make that play there. They're not just screaming all the time, they're calm and collected about things.
Up there.
Yeah, they all died to the other team.
I got one.
So the main takeaway from that really is the fact that every single sentence that they said within that was essential. They basically were things that weren't wasting time. They didn't say, oh, my pump didn't shoot. They weren't clogging the air and the air space with rubbish that didn't make any difference, right? They were saying sentences that mattered between each other. I hit this guy for 30. Cool, they know this side is weaker. If they said, I'm going on the left, cool, we know where Tayson is flanking around that direction. Every single sentence they're saying is helping the teammates out, not taking away from it. If you find in your fights you're talking a lot of rubbish, just saying a lot of things that don't really add to the fight, add to your teamwork, shut up. Obviously, if you're just having fun, that's different. But we're talking about a high-level team who's in a competition right now. They're trying to play as much as possible. So I'm not just saying don't have fun, don't say stupid stuff, anything like that. But we're trying to analyze top-level communication skills at the minute.
Nice spot. The second height is still looking up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a move on second height. 145, there's 40 white.
And again, exactly the same thing you see notice in this exact situation where he's now seeing something urgent that's going on. So at this point, he's now louder. 145, he's white, and he's being more aggressive with it. You know, he's trying to ensure that his teammates know that this is an important communication. If he was just calm about it, then his teammates might not know that he was kind of struggling or that he needed their help at that moment. But because he was urgent, the other team, in terms of now Tayson and 4zr, now know that Nate needs help in this particular moment.
Go fight them maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60 cracked. Snazy skin.
Going for height.
Okay, go play.
Again, here you hear, if you hear in the background there, Tayson, very much so, noticing that the other team is trying to take height. Listen how many times he says going for height.
Shit, we killed everyone.
Going for height.
Okay, go play.
4 different times he repeats that the other team is going for height. That is an urgent play, and you notice Nate instantly starts building up at this moment, going, okay, now is the time where I need to get up and help. This is an important call, not just screaming every single sentence that matters.
Okay, play.
I want him 100 to guys. I'm low.
Dead. Kill one.
Nice.
Nice, good.
Crack.
Still going up.
Full box. Dead.
Oh no, no, 4zr, let's go.
Now, I love the way that Nate says this, but in all honesty, positive affirmation is something that these teams do really, really well as well. Now, after every really, really nice play, they are always hyping each other up as well. Now, we don't really see in this video in particular any bad plays that they make, and any time that how they react to that, you know, if they're negative about it, if they're kind of still trying to bring their teammates up. But the amount of times, if you watch through this video and that they consistently kind of try and bring each other up when they make a really, really good play, it's actually like a lot. And that's really, really good for like team building and kind of keeping your teammates' spirits up. Whenever they make a good play, you know, you're giving that positive affirmation to them. They're feeling good, and that keeps the momentum going, keeps you guys playing much, much better.
Trying to get kills.
Then it's the last one.
100.
It's GG.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, good game.
And there we go, there's another point. Once the game's over, I mean, most of these people want like really, really high elimination games for the first game, so they climb the leaderboard as far as possible. And you notice that, again, they didn't get as many eliminations as they wanted. They still got a lot. I couldn't remember, it's in the 30, I think it was 35 elimination the first game. You know, a lot of these players have managed to get 40, 50 plus, and that is kind of a big jump in that first game because it is the lowest elo. However, notice at this point, when they say, I think it sounds like Nate's not very happy about it, potentially it's 4zr, couldn't quite hear from that point. He goes, oh, but you hear Tayson immediately go, oh, it's okay, it's okay. You know, he's reaffirming, he's getting his teammates' spirits back up, and that is fantastic IGL skills and fantastic communicative skills all the way around.
Should I?
And this is something that we're going to watch a ton, which is Nate's incredible AR aim. This has some absolutely nuts plays in it. I've seen this before because I've watched a couple of these games before I want to start commentating over this. And Nate's AR aim is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Laser dead!
Nice.
Nice.
Cracked again! Dinked again!
But yeah, the point of this is the fact that he continues to get these beams all the way throughout this tournament as well. But the fact that they put him at the back of the tarp, this guy clearly, let's be real, Tayson and 4zr have some incredible aim, but Nate's aim is absolutely off the charts. They put him at the back. They land at Sweaty Sands as well, in case anyone was wondering. I know there's not very much like early game footage in this video, but they land Sweaty Sands that guarantees them the purple AR, and every single game Nate has that purple AR. So he's always sitting in the back managing to get as many beams as possible because they've given him the guy with the best kind of AR aim, the best AR to get as much damage, as many eliminations as possible.
I don't have armbats, guys. I don't have any.
My box!
I have
Okay,
148, you chilling?
Yeah, 700.
This was another really great example. You saw that a guy almost accidentally got into Nate's box. And remember what we said about continually repeating things, right? If Nate was in trouble at that point, he would say, guy in my box, guy in my box, guy in my box. But he just said once. At one particular moment, he says, guy in my box. Nothing, he gets out, and then you can hear Tayson asking the question, are you okay? And he says, yeah, I'm fine, right? However, if at that moment it was serious, Nate would be saying, guy in my box, I need help, you know, continually repeating it so that the other teammates would know that he was there. However, he's very calm, cool, and collected, just says, guy in my box, and gets out.
Dead.
They're scum, they're building wood. I'm going for the edits.
This is also another really good call, if you hear right there from Tayson, which has said they're scuffed, they're building in wood. Now, remember in endgame, nearly every single person is using hard materials first. They use their brick, then their metal, or their metal to brick, depending on the team, if you want to which focus on. But pretty much when teams are full tunneling in wood, that means that they're pretty much low on their materials. So it's a really good time to start focusing, taking walls, etc. from them, because they are an easy target at that moment. They don't have those hard mats, they don't have the ability to run away as much, and they're also going to be more desperate, so it allows you to make more easy plays. So that's a pretty common thing to see, but when you see people fully tarped in endgame in wood, usually means that they don't have that many materials, and much means that you could potentially spray them until they run out and get easy eliminations that way too.
I didn't get my kill.
I have 300. It's fine, it's fine. We win this game easily. Solo dead.
One fighting, guys. On my ping.
That was another good call. You heard Nate say something that was kind of relevant. Oh, we didn't get my kill there. And again, Tayson says, it doesn't matter. It's good. We win this game. That positive affirmation is something that's super, super critical. And again, bringing the moments up. Remember, he can tell that kind of Nate is out of the focus, right? He's not focusing on winning the game right now. He's saying I didn't get my elimination as it is. And at that point, Tayson says, you know what? We're here to win the game. That's what we're doing. And that's such good IGLing.
I'm gonna RPG. Don't stop building, Tayson. I'm RPGing.
Okay.
And this is a good call that they make quite a few times as well, is that there's multiple times that Nate has the rocket launcher at this point, and he always tells his teammates to stop building, because obviously you don't want to get hit, you don't want to knock everyone down, you don't want to have that potential to mess up the game, and this is something that's just comes from really good experience and playing the game a lot, right? I have the rocket launcher, do not build in front of me, stop building while he goes, shoots it, and then obviously they can continue tarping in, just to make sure that whole tarp doesn't get knocked down.
I need to reload.
It's a full trio.
No, look at the zone. The zone is really far. Let me see, Tayson.
Yeah, we just need to go one to the right and talk up.
Yeah, go, do it now, Tayson.
So this call is something I really like, and trying to get the pause at the right moment, but notice how Tayson says you need to go one to the right and then go up. Now the reason for this, see if I can get this to pause at the right moment. I can't, but basically they said one to the right because they knew they had some enemy builds right next to them. So by going one tile out to the right and then starting to ramp up, that means that they're one tile away from this opponent. You never want to be ramping up vertically next to some old builds when there's in a kind of fifth zone like this, because you never know who's sitting in them. You could get coned so easily. So by making sure you're that one tile away like they did, they're completely safe. They can tarp up and they can just avoid getting boxed fully.
Stun them! 60! 90 cracked!
25 white.
Stand front on. This gets us stacked. We need to spam the guys. We need to spam.
On the left, on the left.
This is another really great call from Tayson here. He said, these guys are stacked at the front. Remember I mentioned earlier, everyone was on wood and it was okay, these guys are shambles. They also noticed that the guys at the front were stacked because they were in fully built metal and fully built brick at this time. So he says, these guys are stacked, get ahead, focus these guys, and then we'll be able to kind of move back. And basically what will happen there is they will run out of their materials, they won't be able to take height as well. If they're super stacked, they have a way easier chance of being able to take high ground from you, because they have the materials to do it. So focusing on them, making them waste their materials, is a really good play and a really good call from Tayson.
Left, Tayson.
It's not for kills, but we need to spam it. They're the only.
Okay, spam them.
Oh, my bad, right there.
I have 170 mats,
One, 350 white, 50 white. Nice. One.
Dead!
Oh my god, that was just, honestly, that was just a dirty play, let's be real.
3 building cones in, Sam. 3 building cones.
Okay.
Here, three kills maybe here, Tayson. He's going up. Okay, he died. Oh, never mind.
Look towards me. If they get moving, we need to go insta, guys.
So this is something that I absolutely love from Tayson. As you notice, look at where their zone is. They're in that fifth zone, they have height, and if they pull a max distance zone, they notice this team is kind of down here as well, and they could easily take height from them if they didn't get it. So Tayson, because they have still good materials at this time, Tayson obviously tarps over to ensure that they have height over that side. And this is something we're seeing a lot in the trio tournaments right now, is that teams are prioritizing taking that height in fifth zone and even like tarping like such a massive area like this. And notice there's always 2 metal wide, and the reason for this is if they RPG, then they're not going to be able to knock it out if it was brick, for example. Or one of the other things you also want to notice about this is the fact that there's only a minimal amount of RPG ammo in the game. So you notice Tayson and Nate nearly always has 3 rockets, and that's because that's how many you get when you get the rocket launcher. It's really difficult to get more rocket ammo. So most of the time, doing this is relatively safe because you don't get spammed out by rockets that often, just because there's not that many of them kind of in the game. Despite there being a lot of rocket launchers, there's just not that much rocket launcher ammo.
You need mats, 4zr?
No, I'm fine. I'm really fine.
Zone ends up not pulling that direction anyway, and it ends up kind of pulling off to the kind of right side, so they do pull zone. But at the same time, it's still a good investment of the materials. That was probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 150 metal used there. But that 150 metal essentially could have secured them high ground, so 100% worth taking the risk for.
Okay, you have 3. Okay, 3 here, 3, 2, 1. Dead!
Oh, beautiful play as well. I remember the amount of kind of areas that these guys are always focusing on in terms of, right, here I'm shooting, mark instantly. Like, notice how quick that was. He hit the rocket, he shoots it, and instantly the other two just shoot it with a harpoon. Like, the team plays and the focusing, remember when I'm saying spam earlier, this ability to listen to each other because of the good communication allows them to make plays like this, where he hits 3 people with 1 rocket launcher purely because they're open with their ears, they're listening, and the kind of comms aren't messy, they're super concise, and this allows them again to make these kind of plays.
3 kids! Attack them 3! Oh! 150? 115, my bad. I have no rockets anymore. Dead!
Who left 3 kills, guys? Who left?
Okay.
I'm spamming them out, spam them out, spam them out.
We're going up, guys, we're going up.
Yeah, I don't have any RPG.
That was a really nice call again. You notice, I think it was Tayson there said full left, and instantly Nate starts building up and noticing that the team on the left has that ability to take high ground again. So you see all 3 teammates go up and just focuses straight away. They don't, I can't remember what he was focusing on before, but he instantly stopped that. He just builds up and goes, okay, we need to focus on our main priority, which is keeping high ground right now.
Boys. No.
No.
What's your mats? 3-1-0.
0,
4,
5,
1, 2.
36, spam them, spam them.
Super minor thing there that I really like, when Nate asks what's your mats, he then says his first. He says, what's your mats? 3-1-0. So that kind of stops that little bit of communication time, right, between the call and response. He says his mats first, then everyone else, then everyone else. It's much easier to kind of allow yourself to think about all the people's materials when you've already said yours. You go, okay, he's there, he's there. Sounds very minor, but something that's really, really clean.
Yeah, he's taking medkit or something.
Don't stop spamming, guys. Don't
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
Second right, below me. Spam.
Yeah, that's
I'm spamming.
Keep spamming, guys. Don't let him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another great thing, call and response, which I've mentioned a little bit earlier. Keep spamming, and at this point Nate says, yup, he's confirming, yes, I heard you, we're gonna do that.
Bring a bit down.
I have 90 AR.
Same.
Crack them.
Good right.
36 white, bench skin.
Sting in some here. White.
Correct, dead.
I'm
Nice.
going to lose.
Yeah, got it. Go for it. Nice.
White beat, dead.
Finishing your kill.
I couldn't get
Take the loose, maybe. Get here on my mark, Tayson.
Yeah.
They're staying in storm. Be careful.
Dead.
I have 500 mats.
75 of white.
Let's go, boys.
Go, boys.
We're insane.
Good.
And obviously they're super hyped up about that. That's the 4th victory royale they had in a row, and that's kind of all the clips I want to go over at the start with, just these. So hope that really emphasized a lot of their good communication skills, which I clearly don't have. Please like the video if you like the video. Please subscribe. Use code Reisshub in the item shop. Peace.